I'm Victoria Knight coming to you from Purdue University College of Veterinary Medicine, League of VetaHumanz. I'm your host on VetaHumanz Live today, and today we're following up on the journey of our VetaHuman in training, AMANDACONDA. Thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thank you.
So I know our last podcast was prior to the semester starting, so kind of update us on what week we're going into and how's it been?
So we just finished the 5th week, okay? Yeah, I think so, the 5th week. And so we're going to go into the 6th week. And so classes definitely started. They are definitely classing. Classes are classing. I would say that this semester, the material I've never seen before, like in undergrad. So I would say in that aspect, it's harder because I feel like first semester was like a whole review of everything in undergrad. So I saw like almost everything we talked about in first semester, I saw at one point in undergrad. So it wasn't like completely all new to me. But this semester, everything is like completely new to me. Like I've never heard about any of the stuff we're talking about. So I think it's harder in that aspect. So yeah.
Okay, no, makes sense. Well, that's good. That means you're learning new things.
Yeah.
So with that going off that, what would you say is your favorite class right now?
I have a few. Like obviously, I love anatomy. Y'all know I love anatomy. I last semester I really liked histo, and this semester I still really like histo. It's like histology. I feel like is like my outlet class. Like I don't really have to think too much to like get it. So it's like it's nice to have that class, and I just like enjoy like looking forward to it and like learning new things. And then neuro is also pretty cool. I learned a little bit of cranial nerves and like neuro stuff in undergrad, but this is like I think a little bit more into depth. So it's like it's becoming more interesting, especially Dr. Tomasky. She's so funny, and her labs are so interesting. So I think those would be my top 3. Yeah.
Okay. And what like labs have you been working on in neuroscience?
So she's been teaching us like how to do a neural exam. So I've only seen like in clinics like when they like flip the paw over, but I didn't actually like see an in-depth like looking at all the different cranial nerves and like the different like motor nerves and all that stuff. So that was really cool to learn. So yeah.
Okay, that's really good. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the classes you know you're working on. Mm-hmm. So besides, I know you've mentioned a neuro lab. Do you have any other labs that you've said that you've loved and like learned so much from? It could be wet labs, it could be course labs, any kind of labs.
I like the VSAC labs that we're doing because we're doing more like in-depth stuff. I guess like first semester it was more the basics, which is very valid. Like we need to know the basics and stuff. But I think like when like prior to getting to vet school, when you're like trying to shadow and like do all this stuff, like a lot of that stuff they teach you in the clinics because it's very basic. It's very like foundational stuff. So I felt like VSAC first semester was more of a review, but this semester is like more skills, if that makes sense. Like I'm learning more skills that I can apply to like real life stuff. So I like those. We just did a live horse like equine jugular and then IM injection, which was so fun. And my horse was so nice to me and she let me get blood from her. So I was really happy about that.
That's so fun. Now you get to actually, practice on, live horses and kind of apply what you've learned in class. So that's really good. So I know last semester you obviously had, your study habits and everything. Has any of your strategies changed for this new semester?
Yes. Like everything last semester, let me think. Maybe there's like a very minute things that I'm like keeping the same last semester, but everything else literally changed. Like I thought I knew what I was doing because like first semester went really well for me. And then I get here and everything I did first semester is not working for this semester. So I literally have to change everything about my study habits. And I don't know if that's just because the material is new or if the material is definitely more in depth. I would say that. And it's just harder because it's like new stuff. So I had to change. Most of my study habits are not the same as what I was doing last semester. And I'm still currently trying to figure out new study habits too. So it's a lot of things have been changing.
Are you still using your Anki? I know you loved your Anki last semester.
Yeah, I'm still using Anki. Anki, I don't know why I'm saying like it's a she, but he does not disappoint me. Every time I use Anki, like how it's supposed to be used, like a little bit every day, she never fails me. So I'm still on the Anki train. I know some people in our class don't really like Anki, but I'm Anki over Quizlet all day. So yeah.
So good. Well, I love that you're still using your own cane. I know you live by it, so that's really good. So, kind of mentioning, I know you kind of mentioned that the study habits have kind of changed, but what would you say is your biggest challenge that you've like faced this past month, and how have you been overcoming it?
I think my biggest challenge, so like I got to like go to a conference, so I missed a few days of school, and then I also for MLK weekend I went to a ski trip. So I just like I've been playing more of the catch up game since like the semester started, since those were early in the semester. So I would say that's my biggest challenge right now. But I think once the first round of semester exams are over, I should be good. Like we had our immuno, our physio exam, and then we just had histo today. And then on Wednesday, we have our first anatomy exam. So I think after the first rounds of exams, I think I should be good. Like, hopefully, I'm not playing catch up anymore. So yeah, that's probably the biggest challenge.
That's great. I know you mentioned last podcast that one of your goals as well was to kind of pay more attention in class. How would you say that's going?
Okay, so at first, it was not going, but I decided, so like, when we're in immuno, like a lot of people don't really like go to his class because like he said you don't have to go to his class, and so it's a little bit more emptier, and so like the people I sit next to, the row was empty, so I was just like maybe like, and I paid attention, so I was like maybe I should start sitting like just like by myself, like at the top, to like pay attention, because whenever I'm just like in class and I'm just like around my classmates, I just be like not paying attention, which is not good. Like that's on me. So I think I need to just have more self-discipline. So I'm gonna like, I started today. I moved up to the top and I'm gonna sit like up there and see if that makes a change with my paying attention. And today in physio I paid attention. So that's better than nothing. So yeah. I don't want to have to like rewatch stuff anymore. So I'm gonna try that out and we'll see how that goes.
Okay, that's okay. You're making changes already, so that is okay. Do you have any new goals for the next month?
New goals for the next month. This is a silly goal, but my canine educator that I have first semester, she has not got good dog of the month yet, and I just don't understand why. Like I feel like she's being cheated. So I'm gonna try to get people to vote for her because I found out that it's like who gets the most votes. So I think I'm gonna try to do that because she definitely deserves it. Like she deserves it. So that's one of my goals, is to get her good dog of the month like sometime this semester. And then probably like academic goals, just like to like study like ahead of time, because like since the semester started, I haven't really been using like that time we had off like with no exams. And so after, I think after next week we have A&I, and then after that we don't have an exams like for that week. So and then I think our next round of exams are going to be like close to spring break or like after spring break. I'm gonna try to like get ahead of the studying. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah,
That's a good plan. I know you'll do it. I know you will.
hopefully.
So, kind of taking away from school and everything, let's talk personal care. Have you been sleeping? Are you eating healthy and everything?
I actually have not been meal prepping like this whole semester. I probably only meal prepped like 1 week out of the semester. And I think it's just because either I just been lazy and I don't go to the grocery store, or I've been like gone. Because last weekend I went to Ohio. So like I don't know. I'm gonna try to get back on the meal prepping because that was very like effective last semester. I think I meal prepped every single week last semester. And then what else? I have been going to the gym. I've been incorporating my studying and like going to the gym together. So like I'll go to the gym and then after I'm done, I'll like just get on the treadmill and then just like talk like a crazy person and teach myself like whatever we're learning. So I've been doing that. Uh,
That's great. That's multitasking. Using your time wisely. I love it. Perfect. And what would you say has been your biggest win this past month?
we just had a lunch and learn with Dr. Bowman, and she works at the Indy Zoo. And so I got to talk to her after the lunch and learn, and she like told me like how I could like shadow there. So I've been emailing her, and so I was really excited about that because I've been like trying to email zoos like for the summer like opportunity, and they're all just saying no. Like they're all just like, no, come back fourth year. So I was really excited that she was like, yeah, yeah. And then I had printed out my resume because why not? Like why not? So she can remember it. So I printed out my resume and I gave it to her, and she's like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like thank you. And so she was like, yeah, just email me, and I got her card. And so I would say that's probably the biggest win because I've been getting told no like repeatedly. So I'm like really excited for that. So that's in the works.
Well, perfect. We'll be rooting for you. And yes, always being prepared for your resume. That's the best way. I already have it handy and ready. I love it. Would you say you have anything else to share with your audience? Any experiences or words of inspiration?
I would say I'm getting to the point to where like I know last semester I didn't have I always just like was all school and like no like fun. I would like rarely like I would have to like plan out my fun, and if I didn't, like I just didn't have any fun. But this semester I've been trying to like be more spontaneous when it comes to like doing like fun things or like getting out of the house. So like for vet school, yeah, grades matter and all that stuff. Like they definitely do matter. And, but they're not your whole life, I would say. And there is definitely time to like have fun and like, do good stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Definitely kind of have to have a balance to make sure, you don't burn out and everything. I love it. I want to say thank you so much for being on the show today. You can learn more about the other League of VetaHumanz at VetaHumanz.org. If you like this episode, please subscribe, rate, and share with your friends. And remember, use your powers for good.